Okay, so this is where things get even messier because the gossip lying around now says Jessica's rumored book has totally changed direction, and it is no longer just a best friend breakup story, but something way bigger and darker, insiders claim. She is now pulling Tyler Perry into the mix, and that she has been quietly talking to people close to him, digging up details that make publishing bosses lose their minds with excitement. Because the way the whispers go, Jessica is putting together a picture of Meghan not just as a friend who ditched her, but as someone who used powerful connections like Tyler Perry when it suited her, then backed off when drama hit, and the timing could not worse, since Tyler himself is battling ugly legal troubles, which makes Meghan's link to him even more scandalous and juicy. Apparently, Jessica was there for late-night chats and private conversations where Meghan allegedly spilled how she leaned on Tyler for help, and insiders say those receipts might still exist, and now publishers believe this could be the most toxic yet profitable tell-all ever, with Jessica aiming to show a pattern where Meghan allegedly climbs ladders, then kicks them away once she is at the top. Girl, this is wild because if even half these whispers are true, then Meghan is in real trouble since people are saying Jessica saw everything. The late night chats, the private shade, the way Meghan really felt about taking Tyler Perry's help, and even what she said about him when she thought it would never get back to him. And now rumor has it, Jessica is not just sitting on old memories, but actually digging right now, calling ex-employees, industry people, and anyone who ever saw Meghan and Perry interact to piece together a bigger story. The word is, she is painting Meghan as someone who uses powerful men like stepping stones for protection and status, then drops them cold when their names get messy. And the worst part for Meghan is insiders swear Jessica kept receipts, texts, emails, even recordings that could completely flip the narrative. Publishers are losing their minds fighting over million-dollar deals because this is not just bestie drama anymore. It is being pitched as a Hollywood-style thriller where Meghan comes off like a master manipulator with Tyler Perry as the prime example since he gave her and Harry shelter when they needed it. But once his name got dragged into ugly court battles, she allegedly panicked and cut ties fast, and apparently Jessica has mapped this out like a pattern. A playbook, she says, shows how Meghan hunts for power, climbs up, then erases the people who helped her once they become baggage. And that angle is what has publishers calling it the tell-all of the decade. So picture this, people are saying Jessica was right there when Meghan and Harry were crashing at Tyler Perry's Beverly Hills mansion, and she supposedly heard every little thing from the private family talks to the side comments about how Meghan really felt about taking his help. And now the hot gossip is that Jessica's book pitch even has a chapter being called the Tyler Perry Chronicles, where she lays out how Meghan saw the whole setup as more of a business deal than a true friendship. Insiders are buzzing that Jessica even has proof Meghan was throwing shade at Perry's lifestyle career and even his relationships while still staying under his roof. And what's making publishers extra hungry is the claim that Jessica knows Meghan had mixed feelings when Perry became Lilibet's godfather, and that she allegedly weighed how the move could boost her brand rather than seeing it as heartfelt family stuff. Plus, word is Meghan was even coaching Harry on how to keep Harry close and useful, but not too close in case scandals blew up. And now that Perry is in his own mess, this whole angle is 10 times messier. The whispers say Jessica has receipts of all this, and her book outline reads like a crash course in manipulation with Tyler Perry as the main example. And the crazy part is publishers think this could be the juiciest celebrity tell all of the decade since it mixes royal drama, Hollywood scandal, and betrayal all in one. And if even part of it is true, then Meghan's whole carefully built image could come crashing down. Okay, so the word flying around now is that Jessica was right there when Tyler Perry first opened his Beverly Hills mansion to Meghan and Harry. And instead of being super grateful, like the public thought, insiders say Meghan was already calculating how it would look and what it could do for her image from day one. And Jessica supposedly kept notes of those talks where Meghan weighed the risks and benefits of taking his help plus gossip. From Hollywood says Meghan felt comfy spilling her real thoughts about Perry, his past relationships, and his personal life to Jessica, never thinking those words might come back to bite her. And the juiciest bit is that Jessica might reveal the real truth about how Perry ended up Lilibet's godfather, whether it was his sweet idea or if Meghan pushed for it as part of her brand plan. And apparently Jessica knows all about private convos where Meghan sized up how having Harry locked into their family could benefit them long term, even though on the outside she praised his charity work while behind the scenes allegedly trashing it as just publicity stunts. And to make it even worse, whispers say Jessica saw how Meghan coached Harry on what to say, what to avoid, and how to milk the connection without looking obvious. And the timing is insane because Jessica may even have records of Meghan talking about backup exit plans in case Perry's reputation tanked, which lines up perfectly with their silence during his huge legal scandal. Right now, people in the book world are saying this could prove Meghan was using him as a Hollywood stepping stone and never planned to return the loyalty. And now that Perry is in a $200 $360 million lawsuit, Jessica allegedly sees it as the golden chance to torch Meghan's reputation. And word is, she even documented the panic Meghan had when those allegations first dropped, including her scrambling for damage control, making the whole thing look super cold and calculated. So the tea right now is that if Jessica really drops these private receipts in her book, it could totally blow open Meghan's true mindset in a crisis. Because insiders are saying she is framing Tyler Perry's legal mess as the clearest example of how Meghan uses people when they're useful and then disappears when they're a liability. And since Perry literally gave them shelter and even became Lilibet's godfather, their silence while he faces his darkest hour looks super cold and heartless. And publishing chatter says Jessica's whole pitch is that Meghan runs this pattern over and over, latching onto powerful men for clout and safety, then dropping them when the heat turns up. And what's extra wild is Jessica allegedly knows how Meghan even coached Harry on how to play it, keeping Harry at arm's length, but without looking like they were ditching him. And if that's true, their silence right now doesn't look random at all. It looks scripted, and the wording industry is that Jessica feels totally justified in exposing this, because Harry's downfall just proves her point that anyone close to Meghan ends up abandoned the second they become a problem. And the most brutal part is Jessica might show receipts of Meghan planning for exactly this type of meltdown from the very start, which would make their whole friendship with Harry look like a straight-up transaction girl. The buzz in Hollywood right now is absolutely wild, because insiders are saying Jessica is not just sitting on her own memories anymore. She's out here digging like a full-on investigator, reaching out to Tyler Perry's old staff, his charity teams, even friends who saw Meghan up close at private events. And what she's allegedly gathering could flip the whole narrative upside down, because word is she's hearing stories of Meghan being cold, rude, and super calculating behind closed doors while keeping up the sweet, grateful act in public. And the tea gets hotter because Jessica was right there when the whole Godfather deal for Lilibet went down, and whispers say she might spill that it wasn't some heartfelt gift from Harry, but actually something Meghan pushed for as part of a bigger Hollywood strategy. And apparently Jessica even has notes of Meghan weighing the optics, like what it would do for their image, what risks it carried, and how Harry should treat the relationship like a business arrangement instead of family love. And if she puts all this in her tell, all it won't just dent Meghan's reputation. It could straight up shatter the fairy tale image she built around Harry's role in their lives, because it turns the whole sanctuary and Godfather story from a touching bond into a calculated power girl. The whispers around this are getting spicier by the day, because people are saying Jessica saw Meghan up close when they were staying at Tyler Perry's place, and she allegedly wrote down everything, like Meghan complaining about being dependent on him, even though she had no other option, acting like it was beneath her. And that's wild, because in public she played the humble guest and grateful friend, but behind closed doors she was reportedly rolling her eyes at his staff, nitpicking the food, the security, even the way his house was run, like nothing was ever good enough. And the real jaw-dropper is that Jessica allegedly overheard private calls where Meghan was plotting how to turn the whole sanctuary setup into a long-term networking move instead of just being thankful for a safe place. And sources are buzzing that she even coached Harry on how to play it, smiling for Perry and his team while secretly treating it like a business transaction. And if Jessica spills that Meghan had an exit plan ready from day one, it makes the whole story look like performance art and not survival. And now the tea gets even hotter, because apparently Jessica is linking up people from Hollywood who also felt used by Meghan agents, publicists, even folks from Harry's projects and events, and the word is she's pulling receipts, stories, and witness accounts to back her up. So this isn't just one ex-friend talking anymore, it's starting to look like a coalition forming against Meghan. And the more this grows, the scarier it gets for her brand, because once all those voices line up, the fairy tale image could crack wide open, girl. The drama just keeps heating up, because now the word is Jessica is not only holding on to those private chats, but she's actually building a whole case with testimonies from people who say Meghan used Tyler Perry's name to slide into meetings and doors she couldn't open on her own. And the wild part is, she allegedly didn't even show him real gratitude behind the scenes. She was rolling her eyes at his philanthropy style, saying things that totally clash with her polished humanitarian image. And now Jessica is talking to charity leaders who worked with both of them, plus former staff from Harry's productions who say they saw how Meghan really behaved at studio events. And that means her book could come with backup stories that make it more than just gossip. It could look like a pattern. And the scariest part for Meghan is that this isn't just Jessica venting anymore. Insiders say Hollywood folks who already have beef with the Sussex brand are linking arms with her, so the whole thing could snowball into a coordinated takedown. And what Meghan allegedly told Jessica about Harry behind closed doors might be the sharpest weapon, because reports say she mocked his creative projects, his business moves, even his personal life, all while cashing in on his protection. And if Jessica really has that documented Granted, it paints Meghan as two-faced and cold in her closest friendships, which is exactly the kind of reveal that could blow her whole public image apart, girl. The whispers about Jessica's tell-all are getting wild, because insiders say she kept receipts of chats where Meghan was low-key judging Tyler Perry's dating life, his lifestyle, and even his parenting, which is crazy, because in public, she acts like she's all about unconditional support, and it doesn't stop there. Apparently, Jessica has notes on Meghan shading Harry's charity work, saying it was just for clout, not real kindness, which makes her look super ungrateful considering he literally gave them sanctuary. And the tea is Jessica allegedly caught Meghan strategizing about how to use Harry, like a business move, treating him as an asset, not a friend. And worst of all, Meghan supposedly worried his reputation would rub off badly on her brand way before his scandals blew up, so her silence now looks totally planned and not supportive at all. Plus, Jessica might even spill how Meghan coached Harry on what to say and what not to say about Perry, which makes it look like their whole friendship was staged for optics. People close to the book deal are saying Jessica is using this Harry storyline as the centerpiece to prove a bigger pattern, that Meghan cozies up to powerful men, takes their help, then distances herself when their image gets messy. And if she lays it out like that, it could shred Meghan's loyal friend image and replace it with one of cold opportunism. Girl, if Jessica really ties all the dots like insiders claim, this could be ultimate nuclear option that blows up Meghan's Hollywood reputation forever.